Hello everyone, welcome. There's a reason why 3 a.m. is a particularly magical time, and that's because the world is asleep and you are awake, and when everything is quiet, when all the world's quiet and you're quiet, your mind's quiet, is when your deceased loved ones and spirit guides and your higher, it's when you're more approachable, you're the most approachable. That's when they can get to you, is when it's freaking quiet and your attention and everything. So if you wake up at 3 a.m. or if you stay awake and you're up, that's why you can get great downloads. Dolly Parton wakes up at 3 a.m. and she gets the best work done from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. Welcome to your weekly horoscope taroscope. You are kidding me. There's someone here on the live. Hi, KV. Welcome. Hello. Hey, guys. Welcome. Okay. So, yeah, I didn't sleep. But I want to talk to you guys about your week ahead because, as you can see from the thumbnail, No Longer Asleep at the Wheel is the title of this week. So I haven't gotten any sleep since Thursday. Lunations usually do that, but eclipses, yeah, I'm Cancer ascendant. So if you're a Cancer sun, moon, rising, or a Leo sun, moon, rising, you will also actually everyone's gonna be probably feeling a little wonky, especially the fixed signs right now. So hope you, oh my gosh, hi, Crystalline, Strangula's here, Frost, what's going on with my chat box now? Frost Winters is here. I'm always up at 3 a.m. It's odd, lol. What's up, Natalie? Oh, welcome everybody. Cool. Okay, cool. So yes, this is we're in the eclipse energy, and it's with the Iranian energy. And so if you're feeling like a very out of sorts, if you're tweaking out, it's okay. I have your answers. So okay, I might have to come on a lot this week because you guys have a lot of downloads. I'm just gonna rattle them off right now. We're gonna do a whole separate dedicated tarot for your week this week. These downloads I'm going to channel into in separate tarot readings, but I'll tell you them right now. These all came through over the weekend, except one. Zoot Suit Riot came out before Wednesday of last week, and I just didn't have the time to channel. I just did it. So Zoot Suit Riot came through, and so that's for somebody. There's a rug pull moment. There's Recognize Me, so something about like really all Avatar, like being seen. Zoot Suit Riot, Soberer Moments might be a thing. Twisting in the Wind is a thing, and I've said that before in my own vernacular, but this is a download. And then there's Freedom Without Time, so that's something for someone too. I will channel into all of those things when I come back on later this week. Oh! If you guys, I put this on, these are like my new favorite obsession. These crackers are freaking amazing. I put these on my Amazon wish list of anyone. They're almond flour. These are like the fancy crackers. They're almond flour with sea salt. So if anybody's guided, I have to put these on, but I don't know if you guys have had these. Now I like these a lot. These Tate's chocolate chip cookies. I never met a chocolate chip cookie I didn't like. Let's start your week. So Sunday, May 1st was yesterday. This is the day that you might feel a little, hold on. We've got Sunday, May 1st. Sun at 28 degrees of Pisces, the Piscuses, sextiles Pluto at 28 degrees Capricorn retrograde. So emotionally, you're tuned in. You emotionally, you feel what you feel, you know how you feel, you're feeling things. You are tuned to the right channel on Sunday, May 1st, even if the physical reality doesn't quite match up. So you might, the physical reality might look a little bit maybe disorganized, or maybe unusual, or maybe just uncomfortable, because you're feeling like on Sunday that you're ready for, you're feeling ready for something different, or you're feeling a little bit off on Sunday. But excuse me, you're seeing something that's a little bit off, but you're feeling in tune. You feel the vibration that's correct for you. Don't try to make it make sense. It'll make sense on Saturday. It'll make sense. So you have this whole week. So Sunday, it's like you feel the vibe. Things look a little bit weird or a little bit wacky, and you've got the entire week to get to kind of a feeling of comfortability with it. So if you're feeling, uncomfortable, that's okay. Don't tweak out. It's setting you up for the rest of the week. This is the last day of Venus in Pisces. This is the vision. So you've got the vision, you're tuned into the karma, you're tuned into what you're feeling in alignment with. But it's Pisces, it's not Virgo. Virgo is about what's really here and what you really got going in front of you. Not there yet. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Because that brings me to Monday, May 2nd, Venus conjuncts Mercury in Gemini. All right, I will say it. So the first little bit of May, like and I just filmed all of the 12 monthlies, like back to 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 back. So I'm talking about this a lot. So the first couple weeks of May, from May 9th to May 21st, that is Mercury retrograde, but it's consolidating a cycle that you started January 23rd. So you're like empirically looking at everything and making all these mental calculations. May 21st is the Kazemi, starting a new cycle, and that's going to start a cycle that's going to take till the end of September. So, but that's a new cycle is being seeded because of everything that you've learned and been able to consolidate and get a good grip on. And you're going back to the future to get that from May 9th to May 21st. And that's going to include the total lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And you're picking up where you left off last year, because that's how the Mercury cycle works, where Mercury's in a station retrograde where it left off when it was buzzing around the previous year, and it's same retrograde. So this 4 degree, is it 4? Yeah, 4 degree Gemini, that's a thing. It's a point. We'll get there. So on Monday, May 2nd, today, ideas, intel, overload. There's a lot of information, a lot of inspiration. So if you get the vision, if you get the last piece of the last puzzle of the last vision on Sunday, Monday with the moon, Mercury and Gemini buzzing around like little fairies and little things, carrying little messages, little tinker bells. You can tink. I like that. Tinkerbell. That's a nice name. You're learning how to, it's like you've got all these pieces of information and you're trying to make it fit. Okay, so like that's why I'm saying don't tweak out on Sunday when you just like suddenly wake up and realize this isn't how I want it. I want it different. It's okay, because you're going to figure it out and you're going to make all the pieces fit and it's going to be all right. Monday's an important day for that, because you've got all these pieces and you're ingesting new information. You're learning more things about how to organize what, and it's like you're learning how to feng shui, and all you got the pieces of the furniture, but you're like, oh, I don't want to put it like that. I want to make sure it's all right. So but it's still very mental. It's orienting. It's very orienting where you're just like, I want it here. I want the mirror to face this way. I want to be this direction. I want the window. I want to be over here in relation to the window to make you feel comfortable. Now, oh, I forgot to upload that. I have a short to upload. I uploaded it to TikTok, but I was going to upload it here to YouTube, but I forgot, but I'll do that after this video. Venus will enter the sign of Aries. So we're going to need to self-advocate, but it's going to be difficult because we're going to have to be more like Xena warrior princess than what we just came out of, which was freaking opiated. The Pisces party is like an opium den. I talked about this in my monthlies. The Pisces party was like coming out of an opium den, and then you're bar crawling next door to the tavern, and it's the Aries party next door, and it's like brawlers, and everybody's just rowdy and rambunctious, and you're just like coming out of it from freaking Pisces land. So Venus moving into Aries, like I said, you're going to have to advocate. You might feel a little uncomfortable. The opposite of that, if you're super comfortable, is like my Scarlett O'Hara energy. It's kind of bratty. Venus Aries for me is super bratty. I'm not picking on anybody. I have a fire sign Venus. My Venus is in Sag. I'm not saying that you're a brat. I'm saying that everybody is going to have a spectrum from Xena warrior princess to brat. This is also going to be a little bit difficult, I feel, for women, for women's rights, for feminine energies. It's in my TikTok, but I'll put it up here on YouTube Shorts too. And it's just, I feel like there's going to be difficult women's issues coming up, but because of what it's doing this month, squaring Lilith, conjuncting Chiron, as part of the total lunar eclipse in Scorpio, sextiling Saturn, squaring Pluto right before they go into Taurus at the 28th mark of the month. It's just kind of gnarly. So, I mean, I'm going to, of course, encourage you to be more Xena warrior princess than like a brat, but just keep that in mind when you see other people kind of, like complaining all the time and whining and high maintenance and like nothing's ever good enough and everything sucks and you are doing everything wrong and everything's your fault and never their fault, and they're being super greedy and they're not warm and they're not opening up to you and they're not sharing with you, and they're very right. You cannot be wrong, or you cannot be right. They cannot be wrong. It's like that. So just to be on the lookout for that for this period of time. But what I do like about this, there's only going to be bratty territory when people are already kind of like that. Then it's going to turn the volume up. But I like this for meek, shy people that have this Libra Venusian energy, dominant people, you people. It's like where you don't change your order at the restaurant because you don't want to inconvenience the waiter, and you're like deathly allergic to something they put in your food, and you're like, it's fine. I don't want to cause a scene. I don't want to, that Venus. Oh my God, I love Aries energy, and I actually really love Mercury and Aries people. I love Aries. I like Venus and Aries because it's hilarious. A Venus and Aries person is not going to have any qualms about being like, hello, excuse me. They're just going to be like, I need help. I need your help. They're going to just be like, and you kind of got to be, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. So that's like, I like that for people that are normally very not wanting to rock the boat. Let me use my daylight voice, even though I live alone and who cares, it's my apartment. But I feel like my voice was so loud for like 10 minutes. So, there's that. Venus and Aries. I think I covered everything I wanted to say about Venus and Aries. Okay. Variety energy. Let's move on. to Tuesday, May 3rd. So on Tuesday, and there's something happening every single day this week. Tuesday, we have Jupiter at 28 degrees of Pisces, but all of these energies are popping off and they are supporting this solar eclipse intention. See, I need to pull it back. This is my Mercury retrograde. It's supporting the Taurus solar eclipse, Iranian ascension to a higher dimension. And I'm going to get to there in a second when we get to Thursday. But just know that on sorry, my eyes are crossing because I've been up for too long. So on Tuesday, Jupiter, I just slow my brain down and my mouth. I get too excited. Jupiter at 28 degrees of Pisces sextiles Pluto at 28 degrees of Capricorn retrograde. This is a mini wake-up call. There might be an opportunity, sure, but this is more like, can you see it? Can you see it? Underscore, emphasize, italicize, underline, circle with the big red Sharpie. Emphasize, emphasis on seeing it with your eyes. So suspend disbelief a bit and let go of how you're trying to force things to be, force things to work, force things to go. Let it go. Because there's an opportunity, and if you're stuck on something happening a certain way, or things being a certain way, or looking a certain way, you're going to miss it. This opportunity. Okay. That's all for Tuesday. Wednesday, May the 4th. Mars at 14 degrees of Pisces sextiles Uranus at 14 degrees of Taurus. I like this energy a lot. This is an eye-opener, a really great eye-opener. It's exciting. You're seeing a new dimension for taking action that you shut yourself down to previously. I love Mars-Uranus personally. I think because I'm like a Martian, Iranian type person. But honestly, this moves the energy. So like in Chicago, if you don't like the weather, you just freaking wait a minute and it will change. You will go from sunshine to hail to light flurries to sleet to monsoon to freezing all over again. And then it's going to be like, you just wait. Just freaking wait a second. And it'll change. That's kind of like this energy, especially like if you're watching this like in the beginning of the week, because every day is like a building block to build on this wake-up call delivered by the solar. Guys, how was your weekend? How was the solar eclipse? It was crazy. It was like 24 hours and it was already like all this stuff in my phone, like everything was already happening. I was like, well, that was fast. Because usually eclipses will take time to unwind unless you have a planet or point at that degree or perfectly connecting. So if you have anything 10 degree, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, wait. Then it's, you get it quicker. So that's right, Mars, Uranus, eye opener. If you shut yourself down previously, you're going to be able to just do it. And listen, this is also a day that Venus at 2 degrees of Aries squares Lilith, Black Moon Lilith at 2 degrees of Cancer. So you're going to have fears, you're going to have traumas, but it's not real anymore. It's like, yeah, something bad happened. It did. And it was messed up and it was all, we know what all that was. And so what's coming up for you is not that you're afraid that it's going to happen again, but you're afraid of yourself. So I think that your family, you in your family, you did something that fucked it all up, that messed it all up. I know that there's kids watching, and I like that we're a family channel. You messed it all up, but you have to trust yourself that you can take action, that you can be bold, that you can make an independent free will decision, and that you're not, this is like, I feel like you might be afraid because of these flashbacks of your own weakness. You might be afraid that you're going to fall off the wagon, that you're going to fall back into an addiction or a compulsion or a bad choice or make the wrong choice. And that's just not reality anymore. It's not real anymore. I love that I have like a reference that I can say that the answer is to reparent yourself, heal, move on, the vlog. It's already up in my little vlog playlist. I do the whole thing because I cannot possibly go into something like that right now. But watch the vlog, reparent yourself. It's like a whole thing. Do that. Or the bottom line is just trust yourself. And you just push yourself to do it anyway and just trust yourself. Because, like I said, it's not real anymore. And this energy is pushing you to overcome the fear. So it's pushing you up against like the wall, and you've got to decide. You've got to let yourself do it, because it's Mars, and it's real pokey, and it's like, you're getting it together on Wednesday, and the moon is in Cancer, so you're feeling feelings, you're processing your feelings, you're emotionally tuned into your feelings, and you'll be all right. You'll be all right. I really like Wednesday going into Thursday. I really feel like Wednesday going into Thursday is like the big thing. It's like the big deal. Let me get now into Thursday. Wait. Thursday, May 5th. So moon is in Cancer. You're, like I said, processing feelings. This is the big moment, though. This is my favorite day of the week on Thursday. This is when the sun conjuncts Uranus in Taurus. Your heart has a vote. Your heart is casting the vote, and it gives you a new perspective. This is a dimensional shift. Uranus rules vibration. Okay? So when you hear voices, that's clairaudience, and you're tuning into, have I been out of the... Oh, okay. I'm like, have I been out of prayer this entire time? You're hearing other voices. That's clairaudience. Oh, man. This whole time, you're hearing another vibration. That's Iranian. When you have a personal planet connecting to the planet Uranus, you can hear it. It's one of the psychic indicators in astrology. So, anyway, little lesson there. So, back to Thursday with the sun connecting with Uranus and Taurus. This new dimension is opening up because your heart casts its vote. So when I say a new dimension, how I explained it in the monthly is you walk through your kitchen and you're looking at your appliances. That's one dimension, okay? Your perspective, you're looking at everything. When you stand up on the table, on the kitchen table, and you're looking... This is what I say to do in my astral projection class. When when you're just starting to astral project, you want to take it slow, go to your kitchen, look at the top of your refrigerator. Then you're going to go back to your body, and you're going to wake up, and then you're going to physically go into your kitchen and look at the top of your refrigerator and see if it looks exactly the same as when you were astral traveling. Because you need to you need confidence in the very beginning that you're not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay? So, but back to this example. You're looking in your, but you can see the tops of your appliances. That's a different dimension. Growing up, looking at your parents, and then becoming an adult and realizing that they're just regular people. They're not heroes. They're not villains. They're just there. You have your own children. New dimension. New dimension. That's what's happening Thursday. And I think Wednesday into Thursday, and it's happening because of your heart. Your heart is opening up to what it really wants, and it's seeing a whole new dimension of your life and saying, it could look like this. It could be that. That's why people might be tweaking out over this past weekend and maybe yesterday, today, whatever day this is, because they're feeling that you're feeling that, but it's not looking like how you want it to feel inside. It's like, oh, this is the wrong situation. This is the wrong setup. This is something so wrong here physically. Something is physically wrong in my reality. I am not feeling as healthy as I want. I am not living in this living situation that I want. The relationships are off. All of that. So that's why people might be tweaking out at like dark moon time or like eclipse time, whatever. But it's like gaining in light, so it's getting better. So that's what this week is about. So Thursday, with the sun conjuncting Uranus, and Uranus rules a lot of things. It's a lot of things. I'm focusing in on the vibrational aspect, but this can also, of course, be a totally unexpected surprise because it's coming from out of the blue and it's coming from another dimensional reality, frequency, vibration that you're not used to living in yet. We need to normalize continued growth after we like turn 18, because then life is a lot more, it's just psychologically a lot better for people, because when you get used to growth and learning and you get used to that discomfort, you don't stay stagnant. And that's the thing with a dominant of water and earth sign placements, is that it's so subjective, and those people have no idea how subjective they are. They will think they are very open-minded. They will think they are so this and that. They have no idea how narrow-minded they are. They don't see that. That's why you need a balance of with some fire, man. You need some air in your life to give you some detachment so you can kind of take a step back there. You know what I'm saying? So why am I talking about that? Anyway, I'm talking about the sun conjuncting Uranus in Taurus, and I'm just a big fan. Dimension hopping is good. It's fun. Try it. Let's see where else. Friday, May the 6th. This is when Mercury at 4 degrees of Gemini sextiles Venus at 5 degrees of Aries. I don't usually talk about sextiles, but I just feel like I'm guided to talk about them for this week. This is your needs and your senses and your wants, everything you like, everything you want. All of that is being further informed by your mentality, and vice versa, except that Mercury's in a station retrograde, so you're going to be rethinking all of that. But it's mentality, but it's also self-talk. It's also how you're talking to yourself about your own needs, about your own wants. So that Venus in Aries is like, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. And if you mentally are used to telling yourself, we'll eat after we finish this task. We'll wait, we'll eat after we're done doing this. Oh wait, we'll eat after we finish some work that is due. That's some Taurus Scorpio axis energy, because it has to do with worth and value, and it's almost like you're saying you're not really worth it to stop everything you're doing to go feed yourself, that you've got to keep working to earn feeding yourself. And that's just like some random example, but that eating is Venus in Aries is something in your life that's a need of yours. So that Venus in Aries, it's probably going to be physical. You probably will want to work out or engage your physical body somehow. And the Mercury in Gemini energy is having to is having to hear the Scarlet O'Hara brattiness. And you know what? That squeaky wheel gets the oil. Like it really does. So you're gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna have to deal with that mentality that the information's in and that something has to change or level up. But it could also be, but that could be like, it depends on how this is happening in your chart. It could be with other people, but it's at the very least probably going to be with yourself. Like saying, like, no, we're going to go to the bathroom. We're not going to hold it forever. Or, you know, like whatever that Venus and Aries wants, Venus and Aries gets. I can't believe I've been talking so long. Saturday. Oh, Saturday. May 7th, the sun in Taurus sextiles Mars. The sun at 17 Taurus sextiles Mars at 17 Pisces. Again, I'm talking about a little sextile. Worth, its value, its commitment. Saturday, Sunday, this weekend, you're probably going to feel better. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel more prepared. This solar eclipse is like waking you up to something that your heart wants, because it's the sun and the moon and Uranus in Taurus. So, and the north, like it's just very alive. It's very visceral. And you cannot be asleep at the wheel anymore. You're wide awake. So it's like the realization hits, and then the feelings respond to what you're learning and what you're knowing, and this new dimension that you're like looking into behind the glass. But reality is too physical and hasn't caught up yet, and you're like, you know. So this week is like an important week to like get yourself going, and then you'll feel a little bit better because you have more information, you're more prepared. You've got some building blocks. You're getting a plan together. You're talking to yourself differently. You're talking to other people if they're involved, and you're like, okay, like I got a game plan, got an action plan. Take good care of yourself. Of course, I'll tell you to sleep and eat healthy, but you know, just like do your thing. Honor your body's needs. I am like not even having a lot of coffee nowadays. I'm having like 4 ounces of coffee nowadays, and it's like, I don't know why I'm just like so awake. I think it's just the eclipse energy. So that was, so Saturday, back to Saturday. I feel like Saturday, Sunday, especially because Sunday's a quarter moon, but Saturday there might be like a big payoff with this Sun Mars energy, and that could even arrive as early as Sun Uranus on Thursday. Because I feel like with the sun, yes, it's a spotlight, it's a highlighter, but I feel like you might like actually get something. You might actually be like, yeah, I'm making it, things are happening a little bit faster than like I previously thought. The faster you can adapt to like changing ideas, you're saving your youth. You are saving time. Life is happening faster. Guys, we are able to understand things in a less amount of time than our forefathers. If you learn something, if it takes you an hour, a day, 3 days to learn something, maybe it took one of your ancestors an entire month to learn or to get their mind around. All right? So like just be very patient with yourself, and like it's okay. You know. But I feel like there's going to be something great on Saturday. At least you're going to be feeling better. The direction aligns with what your heart wants, and you're going to be feeling better because you've had a week of lived experience to get your little duckies in a row. It's very motivating, and it's clarity, more clarity, and like relief. Not like the clarity where you kind of your heart drops. You're like, oh my God, I missed the boat, or oh my God. You know, I feel this is clarity, like you feel good about what you're doing and where you're going and like what you're learning. And it's like, you're awake now. You're wide awake. You're wide awake now. Let's move on. Sunday, May 8th. Guys, I thought Mother's Day was last weekend. I thought Mother's Day was last weekend. Happy Mother's Day. I'm very grateful that my mom kept me. Very grateful that it. Anyway, quarter moon in Leo. Quarter moon in Leo on Sunday. So this is that you might have to do something, you might have to take some action, you might have to, like, your heart is making the vote. Your heart has cast the vote and your mind has to catch up. Everything else has to catch up. And like, can you see the opportunities to catch up? Can you see the opportunities to build like what your heart is like voting for? By the time the quarter moon arrives, maybe because we're on the solar eclipse, you maybe don't have to act unless you are very, very guided. I would say just feel your heart. That's not where my heart is. But just feel it. Just feel it. Just know what it is. Don't deny it. Don't rationalize it. Just feel it. Take all the pressure off, clear your mind, and let yourself feel it. Oh my God, 36 minutes, you guys. This is like the fastest weekly I think we've ever done here on the YouTube. That's hilarious. God, that's funny. Tarot time. All right. Okay. Fresh message. I will come back later this week. Probably, I don't know how long I don't know how many times I'm going to be coming back, but we've got at least enough for one every single day this week, but we'll see. We'll see how if I'm able to sleep or not, because then I'll be back. Maybe more 3 a.m. stuff. Okay, let's tune in. Let me just tune in for a second. Hold on. All right. Ooh, that was kind of a funny noise. All right. What's the message for this week? Not asleep anymore. And the truth, ooh, shall set you free. Look at that Knight of Swords. Oh, I forgot to say that. Oh, so Monday, Mercury station is retrograde. I'll be back to talk about it. Hopefully slower than I am right now talking. But this is saying that there is like a very cutting, honest truth getting to the heart of the matter. And it's kind of indisputable. Like, this is so perfect for Venus and Aries. That's another thing, is that this month of May, like I said, we're going from the opium den to the rambunctious tavern next door. Venus and Aries is like that Xena warrior princess. And then Jupiter is going to move into Aries. That's going to be like the righteous know-it-all drinker that's just like telling you things about life in the world that they know and you don't. And then Mars is going to roll through, and that's what I am personally very excited for. I will have my Mars return, and for once it will not be Mars retrograding in Aries for 6 months like it was at the end of 2020. Which, by the way, when Mars did ingress into Taurus 2021, guess what happened? January 6th happened, 2021. So I'm just very much looking forward. Mars will retrograde this year, but it'll be Gemini. That ain't my business. I'm a Mars and Aries person. That was my business. That ain't my business. So, so when Mars moves into Aries, that's going to be the warrior, fighter, defender, drinker at the tavern that is just like Ernest Hemingway in Midnight in Paris looking for a fight, looking to like, what does he say? Like with the bulls and all this stuff, all of that. So you're going to have some very rambunctious activity happening in the Aries part of your life. So anyway, this is like that. This is like what I was saying before about someone being like, like getting attention, going and just like asking for the thing. Oh my God, my friend is like that. She's got some kind of Sag energy, but she just like, she'll go up and ask for like a refund for like 10 cents and like that kind of stuff. So it's like it's just like okay, I'm not saying that she's like this, but like this Knight of Swords can be kind of tactless, which is Aries energy. I mean, I have my Mars in Aries. I could be that's like hard-headed. That's like the battering ram. That is like immediate gratification, immediate turn on, immediate like, I see it, I want it immediately. I see it and I'm immediately frustrated that it's not in my hands. So there might be conversations that are kind of like that, and I'm just going to say, try to take a deep breath. Mercury's about to go retrograde. So we're going to be hitting all this a couple of times, I think like 3 times. So, this week, lightning conversations. That's the thing with the Ace of Swords, is that you want the balance between severity and grace. What else? We'll clarify. Don't worry, I got you. That was so worth it. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. It is so worth it. You already know what I'm talking about. It's so worth it. Man, it's going to feel so good to win. You're going to have this like, this week is just getting started on the solar eclipse, and you're just, like I said, realizing what's like off and what needs to be like recalibrated, but you're awake to it. You know what feels right and you know what feels off, and it's so you've got to work with that tension. You've got to overcome this fucking, this Black Moon Lilith stuff. You're going to feel that. You're going to be like, oh, snap. Like, I'm going to mess this up. I'm going to, So you got to just like calm yourself down and trust yourself. Because you can win. It's going to feel so good to win. It's so worth it. This could be a yes answer too. Let me start clarifying. You or someone in your etheric field with whom you are energetically connected to you're going to come to the brink, the edge of your mind. And it's like you have to die mentally so that you know there's nothing to fear. I feel like I'm dealing with someone that thinks they've been through hard things in life, but maybe hasn't really been through things maybe as hard as, I don't know, as hard as they think, or like, I'm just not getting, things are better than you think they are. Oh my God, Sagittarius's weekly last week was, I literally laughed. I'm kind of getting the black humor with this. I'm feeling like there's healing and inspiration, but it's like, okay, when Neo comes back from the training session and Cypher is like, he's gonna pop, and he starts puking all over the floor. It's like, kind of like that. I guess he had a good reason to be like that. But this is like, it's like someone does tweak out, and you don't have to, if you ever don't like a tarot reading that I do, you don't have to manifest it. You know what to do to not manifest it that way. If you like any of my tarot readings, any of my positive channeled messages, anything, you know what to do and how to behave to manifest and further encourage these energies to manifest the way you want them to manifest, and as they are channeled in your reading. So, perspective. Black humor here, I like it. All this blue. And for me as a reader, the Star and the Chariot come out together a lot, and the Star and the Hermit come out together. If you look at his little banner and you see it's like the exact same like design as the star. So this is your guiding tapestry. This week, you know what it is. Like, I don't know who you think you're fooling. I am the psychic tarot reader, and even at 3 a.m. when I've been awake for many hours, I can still see, you know? So I'm just saying, I just think that you are someone here, they know the secret, they know the truth, and they're just mentally stressing out about what they already know. And this could be anything. This could be, you know what to change about yourself. You know what to change about your life. You know a job isn't working anymore. You know whatever it is. You know you want to stop going to law school even though your parents paid like all the money for it. You know, it's like, or you know that you're never going to be a doctor. You know, it's like, you know, so let's start clarifying. I've been super into the tarot of sexual magic, and it looks like the YouTube, it has not taken them down. So let's just do it to it. Tell me about the Knight of Swords and this Ace of Swords. What can you tell us about this? The Five of Pentacles. Kind of just gripping her. Look at that. This is a very, very passionate embrace. I like it. Where's my bookie book? Wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, it's on the freaking floor. Okay, hold on. Hold on. And we're back. I feel like that was like a whole vacation. A little mini vacation. I thought about it. Thought about vacation. Five of Pentacles. Completeness, the magic of the rose and the violin. You cannot give up on transforming the world around you and making it more similar to your ideals. After all, the world is the home of our love. Ah, that's the one thing that gets a little like nails on the chalkboard for me with Leos, and I love you people to pieces, Leo, Sun, Moon, Risings, that you get real shouty. And this is what I just think in my mind when I'm watching you. Still love you to pieces. The world that you are shouting so shoutily about is the home of your heart, of your love, of your self-expression. There's some kind of truth here where you're not going to give up on something that your heart wants. It just doesn't look the way you want it to look. It's not happening the way you want it to happen. It's confusing, and it's a surprise, and it's this and it's that, and it's exactly shaking it up enough to get you out of your comfort zone, to get you to grow. And that's the whole point. That's the whole point. So the Five of Pentacles from this tarot deck is a test, because it's the five, and it's tension, it's dynamic tension. So probably going to be a message, conversation, discussing how you're going to cultivate this sanctuary, how you're going to change your attitude towards this world that is the home of your love, that is the home of your whatever. Tell me about the Chariot. It's worth it. It's going to pay off. It's payoff week this week. The Ten of Chalices and the Four of Pentacles. Ooh. Look at that pose. Look at her. Look at those. Look at these pose. Oh, I love these body languages. I love it. All right, let's start with the Four of Pentacles. This. Okay, Four of Pentacles. So now you have the Four and the Five. Pleasure. The magic of the fan. Pleasure is like hot coals. It does not flame, yet it burns. I usually describe like a Mars in Scorpio or a Mars in a water sign like that, where it's a slow burn, whereas like a Mars in Aries, or it's like an explosion. But this is a slow burn. It's coals, it's embers. It stays hot. So that Four is the stability, it's longevity, it's keeping the status quo, it's keeping the coals, how to say, keeping the embers burning, how's it go? Keeping the pleasures like hot coals. It does not flame. It's not like, fire. It's a slow burn. You have to have some kind of ritual for that, or there has to be something that keeps that alive. So there's a passion here that you have. I feel like it flares up, because I love, okay, if you've ever been camping or primitive living, wilderness survival, you know that, oh my God, I did this one in Canada where we made the coals out of acorns in our little camp cups, and we carried fire around the entire freaking forest in the boreal forest of Canada. And then when we stopped to make a fire, we had a freaking coal that we just put in our little tinder bundle, flames. So how it's talking here, it does not flame yet it burns. No, that's exactly it. It does not flame yet it burns. So it's like you have both. You keep the coals, embers hot, red, orange hot for this passion or this ambition or this goal of yours. And you just like flame it. You just breathe. It just needs oxygen. Fire needs a friend. It needs a spark. It needs fuel and it needs oxygen. Your relationship, your passion, your heart. You're not asleep at the wheel. You're like, the universe is doing this whole freaking dance in May. It's eclipse season. We told you. We all told you. That's from Sleepy Hollow. All of us astrologers, we all told you. All of us psychics and tarot readers, we all told you. It's going to be like this. So, but it's like you fan. It's all right. Let's move on. I think someone understands what I'm saying here. Okay, the 10 of Chalices. The Ooh, what is she holding? What is that? It's like a fruit or something. The magic of the chalice. The attachment between partners orients the relationship towards continuity, and it is necessary to form a happy family. Oh. I feel like someone is so called out right now. I have such secondhand embarrassment. Okay, I can't even. All right. It's interesting because they're not touching. He's walking away to the gate and she's like, but the magic of the chalice. Let me read this again. The attachment between partners orients the relationship towards continuity, and it is necessary to form a happy family. Okay. So this doesn't have to be, the family unit. This can be business. This can be entrepreneurial. This can be ambitious. But if it is relationship, I really like this because this is very serious. This is very like, no, I know what I like. I know what I want. I know what I want my relationships to look like. I know how I want them organized. I know I want the give and take. I know I don't want to overgive. I know I want more return on this investment here. I know what I want it to feel like. I know how But this attachment has something to do with keeping those coals burning, whether that's creative passion for the business, whether that's creative collaboration for the creative collaboration. Let's move on. I think we all understand this now. What's the 9 of Swords? This 9 of Swords, honestly, when that popped out, I didn't have a lot of. Be careful with not having any patience with Venus in Aries. My Mars in Aries has zero patience. Absolutely zero patience. I used to say it's on the channel, like I wish I were born like not psychic and as I am, or psychic and patient. I'm patient now. I can be patient now. I'm patient now. I am growing. I'm maturing. Mature. But I did feel my Mars in Aries for a second where I'm like, where I'm like, I don't want to hear it. Do it or don't do it. Make up your mind. Are you getting in the car? Are you not? Are you going to stay? Or are you going to go? I'm sorry if I'm triggering anybody. I'm sorry. I'm just like, this is also, maybe I can't even tell if it's Capricorn or Aries, because like Capricorn doesn't like whining, doesn't like complaining. It's like, I just feel like fear isn't real. So what day was that? I think it's like Wednesday, like in the middle of the week when that Black Moon Lilith square Venus energy comes up. Just make sure that, whoa, it's got all way off. This is getting all over the place. Just know that it's not real anymore. Whatever was hurting you, whatever mistake you made in the past, whatever went wrong in your childhood, like it's not real anymore. And just like keep telling yourself that, and just get yourself used to seeing things in this new dimension. I'm looking at the top of the fridge, okay? Because this Nine of Swords is like, it's staying up and not sleeping. But it's staying up because you're worried, you're anxiety, you're fearful that you played your cards wrong, that you misjudged a person or a situation, or you did something wrong, said something wrong, did the wrong move, did the wrong thing, and now you're like, oh my God, you know? So that's kind of like what's going to lead you to this necessary death to realize the truth. It's like you have to fail to be set free. Once you fail, once you lose it, it sets you free and it relieves the pressure. I got a sign in my house that says there is no pressure. That was one of your downloads. I don't even remember which video, but it was one of your downloads. And I just liked it. So I'm like, oh, where's my little hobo sign? But if you can take the pressure off of yourself without taking it to this dramatic 10 of Swords, then you don't have to like fail and lose it all. But it's like in the old rom-coms, and I'm calling them the old rom-coms because it's very dated now, where it's like the whole thing starts on a horrible lie, someone finds out, then they make it up to them, and then they get together at the end. That's so dated. It's so dated. We had a great crypto sesh, by the way. Real quick. This came up in crypto sesh real quick. I just want to like check it out. Traditional contracts. I am buying something, you're selling something. There's a contract. We need a third party person, a corrupt banking system to go over terms and conditions and then execute the contract. All corrupt as shit and they all agree on the same lie. Boom, smart contract. You got something to sell, I want to buy it. The terms and agreements are written into the lines of code, creating a trustless system, executionable without human error, without human corruption. Boom, and we're done. That's why there's such a high yield in crypto. That's why it's not a freaking scam. People don't understand what they're saying. Okay. Now I need to just like take my own guidance and not get like that. So anyway, it's this Nine of Swords. Oh my gosh, it's this one. This is what's the Knave of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Look at the way he's looking from behind her. It's giving some intensity. I mean, I love all of this. I really do. I really do. It's just his eye that is a little bit Jack Torrance. Just kind of hot, of course, but all right, let's take a look. The Knave of Pentacles. Arousal, the magic of the wine goblet. Transgression leads to excitement, but neither one nor the other can last without some moderation. Oh my God. Arousal. Transgression leads to excitement, but neither one nor the other can last without some moderation. That's so interesting that that comes up here. This is something that's like, this is why someone's scared this week, because it's just a little bit too hot to handle, and it's like driving a very fast car. I'm not objectifying people's bodies. Like the worry, the fear here is that something's a little bit too hot to handle, and that it's very exciting, but it's either like okay, there's this, I love this movie, some Aaron Eckhart movie called Possession. It's called Possession, and I'm like it's a love story. It's very passionate, but it's about writers, and there's poetry, and it's a literary love story, and it's about writers in the present day connecting with writers that fell in love in the past through the letters and through the poems, and there's like a mystery, and it's Gwyneth Paltrow in it, and I'm embarrassing myself right now. It's not a Mars and Aries movie. It's more like a Venus and Pisces movie, to be honest. So I guess we'll just end Venus and Pisces right now with that movie recommendation, Possession. But all of that, just to tell you one thing from the freaking movie. There's one line in the movie where one of the writers, she writes, "One cannot stand in a fire and not be consumed." And she's talking, I'm such a dork, and she's talking about the love, and she's talking about this passion with this dude, with other writer dude. And that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. This is very exciting. Please write in the comments below if this is your love story that we're unraveling here this week, because this is very unexpected and very exciting to live vicariously through you. So this is something that someone's worried about. And here's the thing, you gotta get over it. Sorry. I'm sorry, that's like the most Mars and Aries thing I could possibly say. That's not what we're supposed to say in like the spiritual community. Okay, so, but this is the thing. It's like you're standing in the fire and you're afraid that it's going to consume you. And this might even be like an addiction type thing where you're worried about obsession, compulsion, addiction energy. But here's the answer. You got to get over it. But really, take the pressure off. Just take the pressure off of everything, off of yourself, off the whole situation. You'll be fine. I think it's a pressure issue. I think the mental energy is locking you up, and it's making you, I don't know, it's just locking up the energy. So, and I like that the page is here that is like learning about things it's gonna help learning, messaging, talking, writing, journaling, love letters do love letters, write love letters underneath the door and slide them on. Why am I seeing that? I'm seeing like letters under a door. I just saw it where it's dark on your side and it's light on the other side, so you can see the light. And it looks like kids. Looks like kids things. Kids pictures or something. Or maybe it's just like maybe it's an actual love letter or something. But in any case, Blue Jay, the time is right to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. I think I do make astral travel, the astral projection, practical magic. I think that is available for single purchase. I don't think that's a Patreon exclusive. I think it's if anybody wants to practice astral projection. But there's some other, but this on a very basic level can just mean your ability to master your own anxiety. Self-mastery and self-control, and just like, but not doing it in a way that you're mean to yourself, because these Mercury sextiles this week, it's like you got to do it in a way that's like healthy and supportive of you. Meadowlark, smile, you will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. When your worst fear comes true, it sets you free, because then you're not stressing about it anymore and you're still alive. And you move on, you move forward. And you're like, oh my God, I could have dealt with this. Okay. So you don't have to like actually ruin your whole life to get that kind of wisdom. Just put yourself in your imagination space and just imagine everything and put yourself emotionally through it, vibrationally. Okay, so that's like if you don't know what decision you need to make, just pretend like you made a certain decision one way or the other and see how you feel afterwards. Or flip a coin, a yes or no, heads or tails, and however it lands, how are you feeling? What is your first reaction? First reaction, are you happy that you got the heads? Are you sad that you got the heads? Or when it's up in the air, what are you wishing for? What do you find yourself wishing it to be? You just got to get out of your own way. I love you forever and ever and always. Take really good care, my loves. I wasn't ready to say goodbye yet, but I was ready to say goodbye. Until next time I see you here, we have a lot of channeled messages to get through over in the tarot, so I'll be back. I don't know when I'm going to go to sleep or when I'm going to wake up again, but I'll be back here on YouTube. Subscribe if you want to hang out again. I love you guys forever and ever and always. Until next time, my dearies, take care. Many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful magical heads, darlings. Mwah.